Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I wanted to get outside here in the beautiful Bali. Want to show you a little bit about what's going on here and what's potentially possible with crypto. Despite short-term things that are going on in crypto right now, there's still amazing possibilities. And I want to talk more about short-term versus long-term mindset. When it comes to short-term mindset in crypto, it's a great way to get absolutely wrecked because you're going to be buying when the market surges, then selling when the market's dropping, and ultimately that is a great way to get burned if you're going to enter without any sort of a strategy. In Ethereum right now, we're starting to see a push towards the downside, and that's looking a little bit worrying for us. But I'm going to show you exactly what's going on, how we can use our mindset, and how we can start to adapt to the changes that are going to allow us to really make the most of that crypto market, and how going into the future we can be more profitable, knowing exactly when to buy, as well as taking profits at key areas and using the market as best as we can to our advantage. Without further ado, guys, let's jump into the charts for today. Now, guys, I've changed the view. Obviously, I usually do this from my laptop. I just wanted to mix it up and do it from the phone. Sorry about the dust and stuff on my screen. Obviously, outdoors right now. You can see this is a Bitcoin chart. Before we jump into Ethereum, I want to look at Bitcoin. The reason for that, guys, Bitcoin obviously controls the market. When Bitcoin's moving, Ethereum will tend to move more aggressively. This is on a 1 hour chart, guys. We have this downward line of support, and we broke down through it pretty aggressively, pushing back up and now starting to find resistance. That also goes, and you can see, guys, I've just put this horizontal line on here. We can look back through time. We've had a push, found support, and you know what happens when we find support? We turn it into resistance. More than likely, I think we're going to be pushing up to around the 23,600 for Bitcoin, and then we're going to be pushing lower. But ultimately, you're probably wondering what that means for Ethereum. This is Ethereum on a 4 hour chart. You can see we've been in this rising wedge for a little bit of time, and we are testing this key area down here. Bitcoin fails to break back above Ethereum, Bitcoin, everything's going to start to fall. Ethereum ultimately has a price target down towards this area here, which is $1,362. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to completely fill out and go towards the bottom of this pattern, but I want to tell you guys what crypto is all about. Is, yeah, the short term is important. If you're day trading like I do, then you want to know exactly what's going on. You're obviously watching these videos because you want to know on a daily basis where we're moving. And you probably get told over and over again never to risk any more money than you can afford to lose, and just to be able to kind of put in money that you're going to be happy to see returns on in the future. And the reason for that, guys, is if you're not going to be watching the charts all the time, then you really can't be putting in too much money, because you have to be able to react quickly, especially if that money is super important to you. Obviously, money is important to everyone, but when we're looking at the game of crypto, what the best bet for most people is, obviously not day traders, we want to be looking to make money over a longer period of time, guys. So I want to talk about mindset just before we jump into the weekly for Ethereum. It's all about making money over a longer period of time, because most people don't have the time to be sat looking at charts all day, like day traders, etc., need to do in order to be able to keep on top of the markets. So if you're going to be buying crypto, don't use more money than you can afford to lose. And whenever it takes a drop, you can always load up more. It's always very tempting when the market starts to move to the upside to start chucking money at it, thinking that Bitcoin's going to go to 60K, 100K, whatever. Ethereum's going to do that as well. Be very cautious, because the banks want you to do this, because then you provide the liquidity for them to sell and buy at the right prices that they want to. What I mean, guys, let's zoom out and look at what's really happening in Ethereum right now. This is on a weekly chart. You can see we're moving down in this downwards channel. We did break below this channel, eventually breaking back inside. And this here is a line of resistance. Now, obviously, we appear to be above this line of resistance right now. But if you look at where these candles closed, we're still not really above that line here, and we're starting to find significant resistance here. It would not surprise me at all if we're about to do something like this for the Ethereum price. So right now, I'm not chucking everything I've got into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right down here, maybe I would be more tempted, because obviously I've got a much better price to be buying at. But if you're in this for the long term, I want you to not be upset and worried and stressed out, because it's not going to do you any good. And ultimately, when you're watching the charts, you're probably not going to be making a decision on that anyway. It's probably just going to hurt you emotionally, guys, because you can't control it. Despite staring at the screen for hours and hours, it's not going to do what you want it to do. Okay, so we're going to see probably another drop down here. That gives us a perfect buying opportunity, in my opinion. Obviously, we could see a further drop below that. If we come back down for a retest and we hold this bottom, then we're going to put in a double bottom here. That's when we're moving into our bull market. That's when we want to get excited, because that is when I personally believe that we're going to be heading back to at least all-time highs. And typically within crypto, when we see something like this happen, we can take the Fibonacci retracement tool, where we can click on the swing high, drop it down to a swing low, guys, and we can identify a price target, which for me would be up towards the 1.618. Currently, the 1.618 is around $7,200, just above $7,200. But I do believe that we're probably going to be staying within the bounds of this trend. Someone's just launched a kite next door, which is obviously great, making loads of noise. So I think we'll probably be heading up towards this level sometime sort of midway through next year. And you might be thinking, yeah, that's a long time. But obviously, guys, you can do the maths, etc. So potential longer term is fantastic. Don't get too hung up and too depressed and too worried about what's going on in the markets right now, because ultimately it's not going to serve you. It's just going to hurt you, guys. And I tell you that from someone who's been trading for a long time now, and I understand how much pain it can cause when you focus too much on the short-term results rather than focusing on the longer-term results. Guys, I hope you enjoyed a slightly different bit of content today. I'm going to do more to get out and about and show you a bit of Bali because it's an amazing place, guys. And I want to show you a little bit about the power of cryptocurrency, what happens when we get control of our emotions and the possibilities that it opens up. I'm not saying that everyone wants to move out to somewhere like this, but obviously, guys, if you can get on top of your crypto and it's something that you're interested in doing, then every possibility is open to you. It's a really exciting place to be. Congratulations on making the decision to get involved in crypto. Guys, if you enjoyed that, make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. If you want more content like this, like out and about doing stuff, leave it down in the comments. I'll do my best to bring that to you. And as well, make sure you subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date with all of the latest happening in Ethereum and other cryptos. Thanks very much, guys. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.